A policy change in our healthcare system means Manitobans won't have to wait as long to self-refer for a breast cancer screening. Now those 45 and older can access this testing without a doctor's referral. It's a move being applauded by advocates across the province. With us now to talk more about this, we have Jennifer Borgfjord, who is co-founder of Breast Screening Advocates Manitoba. Jennifer, welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
You've been advocating this for a few years now. So what did it feel like off the top to get this news that this change was finally coming?
Well, it was a huge relief and a wave of gratitude, actually, is what we all felt.
Well, like so many who advocate for these kinds of changes, you have a personal connection to this. Can you tell us a bit about that?
I do have a personal connection. I wasn't diagnosed in my 40s, but I was diagnosed a lot earlier than white women are usually diagnosed at the age of 53. And I found my lump exactly 1 month after I received normal screening mammogram results. So that was a bit of a wake-up call for me that I thought, wait a minute, what just happened here? And that's sort of what led me down the path to advocacy.
And this is because dense tissue can sometimes make mammograms not as clear, not as accurate?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's because your tumor tissue turns up white, and so does dense breast tissue.
Interesting.
So it masks it.
And early detection, a huge key here, obviously. So this change, allowing more Manitobans to get screened earlier, what are you hoping for that? How do you think this is going to help Manitobans?
Well, I think it's going to help Manitobans in a lot of ways. It's going to start the breast screening conversations a lot earlier. It's going to, with a bit of change, it's going to benefit our healthcare system, because when you find cancer earlier, the outcomes are much better for the patients.
So as mentioned, they're bringing down the age from 50 to 45. Province is even hoping to get as low as 40. What other changes? Do you think this is a step in the right direction? More need to be done? What are your thoughts on what else should be coming?
Absolutely, it's a step in the right direction, and I hope that it's the momentum needed to make all sorts of other changes needed with breast cancer screening in our province, and it'll bring us in line with many other provinces in Canada. So
for women out there watching who think, I'm not even like in that age range, or I'm approaching it, maybe I'm going to consider self-referral, why should they? And also, what other steps should they be taking to just keeping a tab on this? Because as you mentioned, early detection is key.
Early detection is key. So knowing your risk is very important. So you could complete the Tyrer-Cuzick or the IBIS risk assessment calculators. Your viewers may know the Olivia Munn story.
Yeah, we were talking about it at the break, yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh, yeah. Yes, you and I were.
Yeah.
Yes, so knowing your risk is really important, and completing self-checks, however you choose to do that, is very important, and just hopefully saving more quality of life and lives down the road.
You mentioned one of the problems to diagnosis with you, or barriers, was dense breast tissue. For those in that category, what should they be being mindful of? And also, with our healthcare system, what should be in place to try and keep those women safe as well?
Well, there's a lot more advocacy and a lot more work to be done, but if you go and get your mammogram at 45 when you're eligible, so that's if you have not a high risk factor, and if you don't have a history of breast cancer, you can go get that screening mammogram at 45. And you can learn what your density is, and that can help you have conversations with your doctors. You can visit densebreastscanada.ca, and you can find scripts for talking to your doctor there about your dense breast tissue, and then just knowing what your risk is.
That's incredibly helpful, because I think sometimes in those healthcare settings we can get a little overwhelmed, so advocating for ourselves are so important.
Well, it is, and you get a 10-minute doctor's appointment, and there's so much to cover.
It goes by fast.
And family doctors have to know so much,
They
so
do.
it is, yeah, it's important that you are your own advocate.
Well, Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us.